Lost and Found Sarah's Outfit CBBE and vanilla versions by Aarwyn. This adds a new outfit with 2 color variants to Fallout 4 world, among other useful miscellaneous items. The outfit can be obtained by following the quest marker added, the Lost and Found quest, which takes you to a trader post outside of the DC area. It'll become active when you load your game after installing this mod. You'll receive a small portion of XP after completing the quest, and hint hint, there's a bonus item nearby. Ballistic Weave is supported, available on Xbox One as well, for the console gamers who might be interested in this. The mod author hasn't made body slide files for this outfit just yet, and is not entirely sure how to go about doing it with the slides properly. However, anybody is free to make a conversion if they so choose to. Also, the outfit is female only, and there are no plans to make a male version, sorry. If you're tired of skimpy outfits on Fallout 4, which seem to be all the rage and all the norm, then this is definitely for you. It's very normalized, I'd say. This seems like something people would wear in this sort of situation. It reminds me of H1Z1 or N1 or whatever the hell that zombie game is called, or Player Unknown, which is big right now. It just seems like it fits the world perfectly, including the boots. The boots look to be like something that was... The boots look like they were hastily put together by someone outside wandering the wasteland, who doesn't exactly know leather work, but they also wanted to have a bit of style. I mean, that's what I'm reading from these. It looks like something I'd be able to put together in the real world if I was in the situation where I just couldn't go to some place to pick up boots, and I think it's a wonderful touch. Also, the clothing has been weathered, it's distressed. It looks worn, beaten in, the jeans are faded. Personally, I prefer the gray version, simply because it's far more immersive. It's dirty, it's filthy, it looks like you've been crawling through the mud and hiding from raiders or ghouls. Any sort of situation that could lead you to need to hastily make a retreat and you fall and hit the ground and your clothes are all messy. And hell, where are you gonna clean it? In a lake that's full of radiation? So the mod author has added many touches here that are greatly appreciated in storytelling within themselves. I did not add any story elements from the quest. That is for you to discover and find on your own. Out of respect for the modder, I figure that's the way to go about it. The only gripe I could have with this is the fact that there's no body slide yet, but give it time and there will be one. That way you can perfectly mold these clothes to your character's body design of your choosing, which I think would be an even greater touch. Overall, if you're looking for something that screams Wasteland Wanderer, Lost and Found, wow, ironic that came to mind, then this mod is definitely going to be up your alley, especially if you are looking for more immersive clothing for female characters in a modded playthrough. One of my longtime gripes in Fallout 4 was the wetness shaders. At times with certain armors such as the NCR Ranger, the armor would then be chrome. The boots would be chrome in the rain. I know that this has been fixed recently, and there are other elements in the vanilla game that suffered from this over glossiness or this slight chrome tinge, which left me feeling like, good God, you're telling me they could figure this out in The Witcher, but they couldn't in Fallout 4. But thanks to the Wetness Shader Fix by Ablaze666, this is no longer an issue. This mod fixes excessive shine in specific objects, like one of the cooking stations, and some clothes, like the bowler hat. Furthermore, the wet effect is toned down a bit for all materials, and this is a fantastic mod. There is one area, or I should say there's one element that this mod missed, or it might have created this weird sort of ultra sheen, and it's on certain brick patterns that you'd find around the coastal manor or coastal mansion. That area, you'll find like that brick thing where there's supposed to be a statue is super shiny glossy, but that's the only place that has this issue. Well, the only place with that brick pattern. And frankly, I can't say that this is awesome. It's a great mod. It really is. No longer does objects in the world just seem to either reflect light like it's fucking insane, or it's so uber glossy wet it looks like everything's covered with a fresh coat of clear coat paint. You know, it's just ridiculous how bad it was. I never understood what was the issue there, but I'm glad that this mod exists. It's a simple little fix that does a world of good as far as immersion goes, in my personal opinion. This is one of the best small mods ever on the Nexus. I'm so glad someone made this. Now it's like when it rains, I'm not completely ripped out of the world by looking at everything and going, my god, why is the generator so glossy wet? Like, what is going on here? I strongly recommend, if you are suffering from either the uber glossy look or items becoming like T-1000 from Terminator 2 liquid chrome, then you have to download this immediately, especially if you missed it. This is such a game saver in my opinion. The known issues are puddles sometimes look out of place, which is true, and there's no performance impact at all with this, by the way. Canopies of Animation by mluppov. This mod adds 3 types of canopies to the Wasteland Workshop. One type, wall canopies, meant to be used on walls. It will stick to both floors and roofs snap points. Type 2 canopy will stick only to the roof snap points, previously known as wall canopies. Those two are both using vanilla game snap points. The last one is a ground canopy. As the name suggests, it's meant to be placed on the ground. Those can be stacked a few ways. All 3 include wind sway animations. Only a few colors are available at the time being, but you can expect more in the future. Canopies could be found under the miscellaneous categories and structures. The known issues: current wall canopies don't seem to snap properly, or snap at all, without place everywhere mods. This may or may not be resolved in the future because of how the vanilla game works and behaves with this type of overlapping mesh. Thus, read requirements. This mod does require you to use place everywhere, as the vanilla game has, in some cases, won't allow you to place canopies wherever the hell you want. This mod is extremely immersive. It finally adds animations to some of the canopies, not all though, and it's a welcome addition. When I realized, because I installed this mod and I forgot I put it in, and then I was playing the game working on another mod showcase, and I noticed the canopy had animation, and I thought to myself, that's right, canopies of animation. This is a great mod, because you're so used to the canopies being static. No matter what happens, a rainstorm, a sandstorm, whatever, the canopies don't move. And this mod sets out to correct something that was wrong with the vanilla game. As far as immersion goes, this is it. Without a shadow of a doubt, if you truly care about canopies, if they are a prominent figure of your settlements or player home, this is a must-have mod because it adds so much more life to the game. In static canopies, in fabric, what the hell, Bethesda, really? It's 2017. Last but not least is Immersive Settlers by Marmote1233. I wanted to give at least an honorable mention for this mod, even though I can't really showcase it that well. And this is my fault due to the fact that I have so many mods in my game, and so many that are based around settlers, that I can't figure out which conflict is the one that's creating the issue I have with the Settlers mod. But this one does work, and actually I find it to be one of the most immersive. This mod does one simple thing: it gives names to settlers. How does that work? Every settler, new and old, will get a random name picked from a list of 200 of the most popular names of Boston. Using console commands to spawn settlers will not give them a name at first, and overall is not advised to spawn settlers with the console command. If you load and save inside the settlement, you have to fast travel and go back to have the names change over there. This mod is fantastic for the simple fact that now it just goes from this being a nameless settler, just settler, to John or Lisa, etc. And in that, it makes you give more of a crap about the settlers. You know, instead of it just being random settler who says he needs help, it's Ethan who needs help. He's being attacked by raiders. And in that, having a name, it makes me feel a bit more like there's more to this person than them just being some random generated NPC. Though they are, I just feel that having names for the settlers is something Bethesda missed a huge mark on, and I'm glad that this mod author took the time to add it. And on that note, I should probably go. I apologize for such a short showcase on such a great mod. Please forgive me. I can't actually give more of a fuck than me in anything in life. If you so choose, you can rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, the whole 9 yards. If not, that's totally fine with me. and adios bichachos. And if you want, you can share me too, or else the world won't know how great I am.